Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff reveals out of the blue decision she made with boyfriend to watch US legend Venus Williams. Coco Gauff has revealed that she made a special dinner as she watched Venus Williams' recent comeback alongside her boyfriend. Williams, 45, returned to action last month following 16 months off the WTA Tour. Having tasted victory on the doubles court, the American icon beat Peyton Stearns 6-3, 6-4 in her singles first round at the City Open. Gauff, 21, has frequently spoken of her admiration of the Williams sisters. After winning her first major at the US Open 2 years ago, the rising superstar said of Venus and Serena, "They're the reason why I have this trophy today, to be honest. They have allowed me to believe in this dream growing up." Speaking to people ahead of this year's US Open, Gauff revealed her excitement at watching Venus' recent comeback. The World No. 3 said, "I never cook, but I made dinner that night. Dinner and everything because I was so excited to watch her play. That was the first match I've been excited to watch in a while. My boyfriend was with me and I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't wait." Gauff then joked that she wanted one of her fellow American pals to hurry up with his match. The two-time major champion added, "She was after Ben Shelton, and I was like, Ben needs to wrap this up. I can't wait to see Venus." Williams went on to lose to Magdalena Freck in round 2 of the City Open. The tennis icon skipped Canada before returning again in Cincinnati. Williams lost respectably to informed Spaniard Jessica Buz's Monero 6-4, 6-4 in Cincy. The Tour veteran has been handed a wild card to play singles at the US Open. First, she will take part in the controversially revamped US Open mixed doubles event. Williams has received a wild card alongside Riley Opelka, the booming 6 feet 11 inches big server, who has previously called double specialists failed singles players. The team will take on Andrei Rublev and Karolina Machova in round 1 of the event. Gauff, meanwhile, has opted to skip the mixed doubles in order to focus on her singles campaign. The home favorite was beaten in the Cincinnati quarterfinals by Jasmine Paolini last week. This result, coupled with Iga Swiatek winning the title, saw Gauff fall from No. 2 to No. 3 in the world. This means that she could potentially face No. 1 Aryna Sabalenka in the semifinals at Flushing Meadows, in what would be a tasty rematch of their 2 Grand Slam finals. The buzz of New York never really sleeps, and neither did Coco Gauff's mind as she walked through the lobby of her Manhattan hotel one late August evening, a few days before the US Open was set to begin. She had just come off a strong summer run, winning titles and gaining confidence, but there was something else weighing on her, not pressure, but a strange kind of anticipation. Her boyfriend, Tyler, met her downstairs, 2 coffees in hand, and that easy grin she loved so much. "Still no rest?" he asked, handing her the coffee. She shook her head. "I was thinking about Venus." Williams. "No, Venus the planet," she teased, nudging him. "Yes, Venus Williams. She's playing tomorrow. Could be her last US Open match ever." Tyler raised his eyebrows. "And I want to go," she said suddenly, surprising even herself. "I need to watch her. In person." Tyler blinked, surprised. "You want to sneak into the stands like a regular fan?" Coco laughed. "Not sneak. I'm Coco Gauff. I can get tickets." "But you've got practice, press, everything. Coach won't love this." "I don't care," she said, more to herself than to him. "Venus inspired me. I need to see her play one last time." She didn't say what she was really thinking. That watching Venus wasn't just about nostalgia. It was about honoring the spark that had started everything. When Coco was just a wide-eyed kid with a racket too big for her hands, it was Venus, graceful, strong, unapologetically black and bold, who made her believe that she belonged on the court. A sudden plan. The decision was made right there in the lobby. No agents, no media team, no coach approvals. "We're going," she declared. Tyler, used to her spontaneous energy by now, only grinned and replied, "Then let's get matching caps and blend in like true fans." The next day, Coco wore an oversized hoodie, large sunglasses, and the aforementioned cap. Tyler wore a simple tee and acted like just another tall, guy trying to keep his head down. They walked through the side entrance at Arthur Ashe Stadium, Coco pulling some strings for last-minute passes, but asking to be seated not in a suite or VIP box, but in stands, with the people. Venus was set to play under the lights in a primetime first-round match. The stadium was electric, filled with cheers, old-school fans, young kids, and even players off duty like Coco, though none of them had made the kind of quiet entrance she had. As the crowd settled and Venus stepped onto the court, Coco felt her throat tighten. She squeezed Tyler's hand. "There she is," she whispered. Venus, in her signature bold style, looked regal. At 45, her joints didn't move like they used to, but her aura was as powerful as ever. The match hadn't even started, and yet Coco could feel the crowd holding its collective breath, witnessing not just a game, but history, flashbacks and forehands. As the match began, Coco found herself drifting back. She remembered being 7 years old, sitting on the carpet in her living room in Delray Beach, Florida, watching Venus battle Serena in yet another Grand Slam final. She remembered telling her dad, "I want to play her one day." And she did, years later at Wimbledon. Watching Venus now, Coco couldn't help but recall her own journey. How in 2019, as a 15-year-old qualifier, she had shocked the world by beating Venus in the first round of Wimbledon. But Coco never saw it as a defeat for her idol. She always saw it as a passing of the torch, something Venus did with grace. Tonight, Venus's match was a hard fight. She struggled against a younger, hungrier opponent. Her legs weren't as fast, but her mind and heart were all in. Every forehand was a testament to decades of brilliance. Every misstep was met with cheers, not groans, because everyone knew this wasn't just about winning. It was about presence. Legacy. Coco wiped away a tear. Tyler glanced over, saying nothing. A whisper in the crowd. Midway through the second set, Coco leaned into Tyler's shoulder. "You know what's crazy?" she said. "What?" "I never told anyone this. But when I played Venus that first time at Wimbledon, I didn't want to win. Not really. I mean, I did, but part of me wanted her to beat me, to show the world she still could." Tyler nodded slowly. "But you won, because that's what she taught you to do." Coco smiled, lips trembling. "Yeah, she taught me to fight, even against her." A few fans sitting nearby began to whisper, some of them slowly realizing who Coco was. She waved politely but put a finger to her lips, asking them, just this once, to let her be a fan. To their credit, they did. Venus lost a match in straight sets, but as she walked off the court, she paused at the baseline and gave a long, slow wave to the crowd. Everyone stood. Everyone cheered. Coco clapped until her hands stung. Backstage moments. Later that night, they were invited backstage. Tyler stayed behind to give her space. Venus was in the locker room, changed out of her gear, sitting quietly with an ice pack on her knee. She looked up as Coco entered. Well, the future herself," Venus said, smiling. "I had to be here," Coco said. "I saw you in the crowd. Couldn't miss those shades." Coco laughed and pulled them off. "You okay?" Venus nodded. "I'm at peace. It's not the wins I remember. It's the journey. And seeing you, that's part of it." Coco sat beside her. "I don't know if I ever told you, but you made me believe I could be here." "You showed me it was worth it," Venus replied. "Everything we fought for. You're it." They sat in silence for a moment. 2 generations, 1 dream. Epilogue, a decision to remember. The next day, reporters asked Coco why she had skipped her scheduled press appearances and practice block. She grinned at the cameras and said, "I made a decision last night. Out of the blue. I went to watch Venus Williams play. As a fan. As someone who owes her everything. It was the best decision I've made all week." The headlines the next morning read, "Coco Gauff reveals out of the blue decision to watch Venus Williams' last match. I owe her everything." Coco didn't care about the media spin. What mattered was that she'd honored her roots. That she'd seen her hero off not as a rival, not as a rising star, but simply as a grateful girl who once dreamed big because someone like Venus Williams showed her it was possible. And in that moment, under the New York lights, Coco Gauff wasn't the future of tennis. She was its legacy, continuing